Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze
No, not
and
me.
smoking
Not
weed.
me. I'm married.
Yeah, well,
I'm married.
Jake.
Can't do that.
Yeah. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.
I don't know why.
Back from St. Louis again, and I'm gonna make some.
We're back in general because we took the week off because I was gone in Houston and then you were gone in St. Louis, and we tried to do it remotely. It just didn't work out. So
what we did was we did video calls with each of the 5 of our weekly listeners, and we just told dad jokes to each of them for like 10
about
minutes.
an hour. Yeah, 10. Well, yeah, about 30 minutes.
Half dad jokes, half dick jokes.
Well, that being said, since we take it to
like the one like my dick is so big it hit 390 in the minors before it hurt its knee.
Have not heard that one.
My dick's so big that at the movie theater they have small, medium, large, and my dick. Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a whole line of my dick jokes.
There is actually. Drew Carey wrote a book right after he became like the flavor of the week back in the 90s with his show. And
he
then
wrote a book that was just all
he
dick
wrote
jokes?
a book that was called I think 1,101 dick jokes, but it was there was a section
My
titled
dick is so big.
No, it was dick jokes, and that was the premise of the joke. So he got all of these different comedians to write different big dick jokes.
It's good. Good. I'm glad that exists. And I'm not even saying that ironically because I love a good...
I own the book.
You have listened to... We have done 224 episodes of this podcast. It's all dick jokes.
Are we doing the podcast?
Yeah, we're recording.
I thought we were just talking. Shit.
Are you serious? We did... Welcome to episode 224 of Off Panel, Off Topic, everybody. I'm Jake. That was Tyler.
That was Tyler. I'm gone,
My
baby.
dick is so big it hosts the podcast.
I don't even know about it. What'd you do today? I'm not even mad. I'm impressed.
It's called My Owner Beats Me. What?
It's true. Okay, so
Well, here we are.
So this week we have. So we did take the week off, and we do have. So we
two
do have
episodes of Peacemaker.
2 episodes of Peacemaker to catch up on. We have a special. I like these turnaround retrospectives. And what I mean by that is Superman only came out in theaters like 2 or 3 months ago, and it's already on, and we both already watched it. Yeah. So that's it's what I like to call a turnaround retro.
Well, fun fact. Have you rewatched Thunderbolts?
I have.
Ha! Holy shit! So have I. Look at that. It worked out.
So anyway, our long box
it's funny
is going to be
that. Yeah, the fact that we rewatched Thunderbolts. And
I told you that last week.
Well, I forgot that you said that. I'm sorry.
I'm waiting for Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited about that too because it is fun. And I think we should do this more of doing a second viewing.
It's called a turnaround retrospective, and what I mean by that is 10 years down the road. Okay, but if you, my favorite thing to do ever.
It's been a couple months.
If I love a movie in the theater, like Avengers is a great example. When that finally came out on DVD, I bought the fucking deluxe $40 edition with the 3D. Blu-ray plus the Blu-ray plus the DVD plus.
Dude, I watched.
You know what I mean, right?
I watched it so much when it first came to Netflix.
It was
like,
so
holy shit.
much fun to watch it again and then rewatch it and rewind and shit because you don't get to do that in the theater. You can also pause it if you need to take a piss.
Oh, and I caught
or
so
drink a beer.
And you catch so many more.
I was drinking beer back then. What?
You can catch the jokes that you missed,
sure,
or little things in the dialogue.
Subtitles now. You have subtitles now, so that's when I'm watching a movie in the theater. If I like it, I know I'm going to watch it again. So whatever dialogue I might miss, funny little asides or jokes, I know I'm going to eventually see it with subtitles. Because I watch everything with subtitles.
And it's fun for me because usually when I see it in theaters, I'm usually doing it with you, and then we're doing the pod. So it's like an extra. It's like a second viewing for me with my wife. So then I can get her reactions, and it is funny because she is just naturally an anxious person. So she, especially watching a movie, she gets anxious.
Oh, Superman must have been.
Oh yeah, the first sequence.
Every single sequence is all the way to
when they show up at the Fortress of Solitude, and the first thing she says, she's like, "Jake, do they kill the dog?" Jake, do they kill the dog? And like she kept saying that, and I'm like, no, he's actually a big part of the movie. Just watch the movie.
Let's get into it. Let's talk about.
Hold
what are
on.
you trying to do here?
I was just trying to turn it up a little bit on
What?
my. I thought it was too low for me. I wanted to turn it up a little bit. My earphones, my headphones.
But I'm excited
Yeah,
because I just finished it today. So let's talk about Superman.
So we could also talk. Well, did you want to talk about Thunderbolts at all? Because I want to segue from
Let's save
Superman
that.
into something else.
Let's save that. That'll be another turnaround retrospective when we have nothing better to talk about. Or it'll be my long box next week, or it'll be yours. Whatever. Come on.
I guess. Why are you doing this?
No.
Why are you acting
No.
like
Hang on.
Why are you doing?
We did not plan on both talking about Thunderbolts, so I'm not really.
Okay.
I'm not really.
Yeah, it flows better because I want to talk about everything.
I do want to do it sometime.
This ties into Peacemaker and everything else too.
But probably not next week because we already got a packed show next week.
What I'm saying is what I think this all perfectly ties together because I want to talk about Man of Tomorrow. I want to talk about Peacemaker and all that, so it's all going to kind of flow together. Yeah. But what I want to do before we're done talking about this, I want to see
making good content.
I'm gonna go bug my wife. I want to get her thoughts on the pod, maybe, because I like the idea that it's like, oh, here's the second viewing for me where I watch it with my wife, and we should do more of this when we can. And that's the funny thing. I made it a point to watch this movie as soon as it came on HBO Max, because
I didn't even know. You told me.
Well, I was surprised because I found out Friday because it went up September 19th, so last Friday, and the day that it. I just found out that morning. I was like, "Oh shit!" And I texted Ashley. I'm like, "We should watch this tonight," because I was like, "Oh my
popcorn and
well,
shit.
I this is
nachos."
But the time that I'd watched it on HBO Max was actually my third time seeing it. So, friend of the show, my buddy Gomez. I was staying with him in Houston, and he had bought it digitally.
Oh yeah.
So he wanted to watch it, and I was like, sure.
Yeah.
So I'd watched it then, and then I watched it when I got back home. So I've seen it 3 times, and after viewing it 3 times, I can tell you I still cry every time. I feel like I still have those emotional beats. Like,
oh, I cried a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's still really good moments in this movie that made me cry a lot, and it was just fun to see his reaction and her reaction, and just he already seen it, but like the conversations with them afterwards, just talking about the movie, and like it just as a DC guy, and I had a coworker that's how good this movie is. Everybody, pay attention to this. So many people saw this in theaters, and almost everybody that I've talked to has rewatched it. That's how good this is. Yeah. And like DC, and you know how much that warms the cockles of my heart to see DC be relevant again.
Can you talk about cockles on the air?
And get people to care about and talk about it, dude. I'm so fucking excited about this. Like, I love it. Go ahead. I've been grandstanding. You go ahead.
So the Superman movie, I'm in a spot right now where I'm really tired of giving energy out, and
it's a rough time for everybody.
It's because personally, I'm compartmentalizing all that shit really, but personally, and I'm kind of tired of it, and I know it's not right to just stop being myself or whatever, and that's how they get you, and that's how they win, and blah blah. But
you can't lose yourself, yeah.
Well, that's what the central message of this movie is. So I cried a lot today.
Oh yeah,
and yeah,
and that's funny that you say that, because that really is, and after seeing it 3 times, I could say that was there when I first saw it, but man, I just love it. I was in the same. I've been in the same place you have, like in my personal life. A lot of shit has happened. And it's let's be real, it's fucking rough for everybody, and I think we all need a movie like this because it is such a joyous and hopeful movie. Yeah. That you can't help but I get emotional thinking of the song. Like the song, I joke with you, like every time I hear that fucking song, I get a little teary-eyed because it's just so good and it perfectly captures that character.
Get a little closer with Superman theme.
Did you when it leading
that
up?
Used to be a thing from Big Red.
Leading up to the digital stuff, and then coming out on HBO Max.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that behind the scenes footage stuff at all? Where like they released a video online of David Cornsweet arguing with James Gunn about the like big climactic speech, where Cornsweet wasn't getting it. Where he was just like, I just don't feel like this delivery is right. I feel like I should have more. Like he's like, I feel like this still doesn't feel like I'm owning it. Like it's just, he feels like at this point Clark still seems a little bit like he would be more sure of himself. And like there's just a whole, I can't remember, people have seen the clip, but it's really good because James Gunn is like literally like pointing his fingers into his chest, into Cornsweet's chest, being like, no, your character is saying, fuck you. You don't get to tell me how I feel. You don't get to put this label on me. I am, and like you're talking about, the central point of this movie is do not lose who you are, because you can't, because then they win. And people like Lex Luthor thrive when you become complacent and let him take that from you. And it's like, God damn, man. And then to see that moment of those two have that conversation, and then to see James Gunn watch it and see his eyes light up and be like, I got the right guy. Like, holy shit. Because it's so good, man. When he gives him, and he's like, I get up every day and do the best I can. It's just like, that speech is like, you're right, Superman. I need to be a better fucking person. You know what I mean?
Speaking of Lex Luthor, Nicholas Hoult just knocks it out.
Oh
of the
my
park.
gosh, he's so good at this movie.
He's consistent throughout with his characterization of Luthor. Yeah, he was the right guy. I think everybody plays
perfectly
a good role.
cast. Yeah.
I think everybody plays a good role.
Like, let's just break down the sequencing again, because rewatching this, I love it because now I kind of, I've seen it enough that I know all the beats. But I want to just say, things that still work for me, I can't say it enough. Cannot wait for Nathan Fillion to be on that.
God.
Cannot wait for that Lantern show because he's on it.
If he doesn't like something, it's against his vow. What do you mean an implied vow? Your haircut should be against those vows.
Oh my!
My what should be against my what? What should be against my what?
Or when he's like, oh my God, I'm gonna make a giant hammer and crush every one of you.
Yeah.
Just and he's what I kept saying, and I kept saying it to Ashley too, like, because she was he was great. She was laughing at you're seeing all the things that she's laughing at. Of course, like, he's great, and I just kept saying to her, I'm like, again, back to what I said when I first watched it. It was like, I just so fucking happy that James Gunn is like, hey, the Green Lantern idea is so unique and cool to our universe. We should be doing that. They got. I still cannot believe that they had one fucking Batman has had flops and mistakes, and he's gotten chances because he's Batman. But they fucked up one time with Green Lantern, and they're just like, we're never doing it again. And then James Gunn's like, no, why not? And then, by the way, I'm gonna bring arguably the douchiest and the worst Green Lantern and put him in this movie, and he's still great. But the sequence that really still gets me going, and like, this is why I love this fucking movie, is the sequence where the speech with his dad, into those kids holding up the flag that has the S with the music swelling, and all this converging. And then like the part that got me going too is like, I called some friends and the fucking Justice Gang show, and you're like,
the Justice Gang,
and it just, for me, that was such a solidifying thing too, because it's like, for all those people who said there's too many characters and it's overwrought, blah 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 blah. I was like, you can make that argument. At times it might feel like that, but for me, that whole sequencing was just like perfection. Because you forget about that because we're like, oh, these kids, all this stuff happened, but no, he's got to go to Metropolis because it's splitting open. So he goes to Metropolis and he's fighting all that off. And then it's like that great moment of like, it's the callback to earlier when he did not intervene when they were fighting the demon. He's like, they got it. So he trusts them enough to call them, just like, I need you to take care of this while I deal with Metropolis.
Yep. Like,
fucking, the man knows how to write a fucking movie. That's what I can tell you right now. It's good shit.
Well,
and he's not done because we got more Superman.
No, I do have to call him out for ruining Metamorpho.
It's like, I swear, sometimes when we plan a show, Tyler has a few things sometimes where he's just like, I'm going to talk about this.
There was a lot of...
I thought we were done. No,
there was a lot of... There wasn't much in the movie that I was like, this is kind of silly or overwrought or whatever.
But you weren't just a fan of Metamorpho?
I don't like that he made him. I don't like that he used him. Yeah, I don't like how he made.
Do you wish he would have been a villain, right? Because doesn't he start as a villain in the
No,
comics?
no.
I can't remember.
Starts as a hero, but he's like an Indiana Jones type guy in the comics, and he
like some
finds
weirdly
a stone and
family
turns
man?
him into. No, he doesn't have any kids.
That's what I'm saying. Like in this version, he's like got a kid and a wife, I guess.
There is a Stag Industries, so somehow he's involved in the DC universe because he's Sapphire Stag is the guy's daughter, and the dad, I can't remember his name, but the senior Stag employed Rex Mason to do like all this like daring do shit and go and recover artifacts and stuff, and that's what he is. And he finds this stone, and Sapphire's still in love with him.
You think that's implied that that's her?
I think so. I think that's implied that that's her, yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, if you were talking about I don't know. I truthfully, I don't really have much I dislike about this movie.
He wasn't really in it enough to really, and I did like, the different ways they used his powers and stuff because that's accurate.
I just think that there are some times where I see people, I still see people talk about how Superman is boring, and I think
he's punk rock.
I think people are missing the point of the
I
character.
love the Mighty Crab Joys.
Well, but in general, I'm just saying I think people miss the whole point of Superman. Like the point is he is that powerful, and he chooses to be boring to live amongst us and protect us. Otherwise, he'd probably, do you want him to be? Because then you'd complain that it was too much of the evil Superman trope if he was the last son of Krypton.
Let me go ahead and wrap it up for you in
sure,
a small
buddy,
thing because it just fucking hit me. You know why Superman works? Because all of us are trying to out-cool each other by not giving a shit. Oh, yeah, we're so fucking cool. We don't give a shit about stuff. And it's getting worse. Just worse and worse. And you know why Superman works? Because Superman is the one guy who remains that.
He's happy to be a
even though
dork.
we're all assholes.
Yeah.
We're all just assholes to each other and shitheads to each other. And Superman is there to show us, not Jesus. You know what? I believe in Superman more than I believe in Jesus, okay? Superman is there to tell me what to do and how to live my life, okay? So take your shit fucking story and your Bible walking, okay? Fuck off. Stop being assholes to each other just because you go to a fucking certain place on Sundays, okay? That's not right. Sorry, that turned into an anti-religion rant somehow.
Well, that's another thing, too, is I was thinking how much Snyder
kind of tired of the whole, I'm Christian and I have to convert everybody. Fucking get out of my town. Now.
Quit
now.
it.
Get the fuck out.
Anyway. But, yeah, I think people miss that point of, that's another thing, too. Dave Cornsweet, in the interviews I saw, he's like, they kept the trunks because they kept debating it, and they kept it because it's supposed to look dorky. Because that makes him more approachable.
Yeah, the New 52 costume, go fuck yourself, Jim Lee. Like, I'm going to make it all fucking cool.
Batman, I can understand. But Superman, you got to have the trunks, I feel. You just have to.
You can't make him too cool.
Yes, I agree.
There has to be
a level of dorkiness to him.
So let's get into the Man of Tomorrow stuff because I think it's just way too soon. We don't even have when's the release date for Woman of Tomorrow? And why are we doing Woman of No.
No, it's just gonna be called Supergirl. The arc it's called it's pulling from.
Oh, he's doing this again. Superman Legacy.
No, you turd. It was never Superman Woman of Tomorrow. It was based on the book, you're
right.
You turd.
You're right.
You're just a kryptonite.
I just fucking hate James Gunn.
You're a kryptonite turd right now. So yeah, James Gunn posted on his socials.
You're a crypto turd.
There you go. Better.
From the dog.
I like that you punched it up. Would it be green? No. It'd be like a regular turd. That's never discussed.
If he had kryptonite in his
it would kill
intestines,
him.
Right?
Yeah.
Also, it'd be like rock, and that's probably not healthy for the intestine. Like hard-edged things.
This better be answered in fucking Man of Tomorrow, James. Well, he'll probably be in Supergirl.
Yeah.
So we got Supergirl next year, and Lanterns, and Clayface, and then 2027 we're gonna get Man of Tomorrow. Do you think it's too soon?
No, I apologize.
I think they begin filming this like next year or this coming spring or whatever.
If he's got the
26.
story and he's ready to do it, go ahead.
He said,
I got nothing against
I
it.
am impressed only because very recently he did an interview talking about how he was struggling with doing all this, and then bam, he knocks out another script for another movie.
I mean,
But-
maybe the
but
movie
you and
coming
I-
out and being such a huge
Well,
success
and
might
you-
have shook him.
Well, and you and I know that when you're working on it, when you're a creative person, oftentimes you start when you're in the process of finishing everything and wrapping up one thing, you're thinking about, okay, what's the next thing? So I have no doubt that he was writing this one while he was shooting or getting ready to film, like they were finishing this movie, the first movie. And you're right. I think him and Zaslav had conversations and Safran had conversations where they're like, oh, this is hot. People are really into it. We gotta go with another Superman sequel. I don't hate the idea that we potentially have 2 Superman movies before we have a Batman movie, because we're going to have Matt Reeves' Batman movie that's going to be its own thing.
But yeah, I mean, just branch out a little more before you bring us back to Superman. But if you got, like you said, you got that stuff coming out next year. I'm watching you, buddy. I'm watching you, JG.
You just because Peacemaker isn't what you expected.
I just think that
it is quick. I will acknowledge a 2-year gap between this.
There's a James Gunn-ness, and there are times when I'm like, can you just give me some un-James Gunn-ness? Can you give me something that's not cool or like great sound? By the way, I fucking hate your soundtrack. I fucking hate your Peacemaker soundtrack. I can't fucking stand it. Just because it's got loud guitars and stupid vocals and horns doesn't make it good music, James.
Here we go.
I have yet to watch that. After the first,
I want to keep
Man
talking
tomorrow.
Man of Tomorrow first, and then we'll get to Peacemaker.
So I've heard Brainiac.
So this is what I understand. He had an interview recently with Howard Stern, and what I know, he said that the script was, he's like, we're finishing up, and that was before, because he just posted this today as we're recording, September 23rd. He posted the first draft.
Oh.
But what he told Howard Stern was the story was that Lex and Superman have to kind of work together at some point to face a bigger threat, which I'm guessing would be Brainiac.
I'd love to see a Brainiac
Which to
in a
me,
movie.
if he's going to do Brainiac in the second Superman movie in this universe, fuck yes. It has been too fucking long. We need to see Brainiac on screen. I'm so excited because I know it'll be, and I have no doubt that this is all working. This is all the Superman because he said specifically when he was talking about this, he's like, I'm working on the next Superman super family project. So that tells me that Supergirl in some way is, because that storyline is about her dealing with the trauma of Krypton dying. And she's getting drunk on these planets and stuff. She gets stuck on this planet. So I'm thinking in some way Brainiac is going to be involved with that, and that is going to, so Supergirl is going to directly set up Man of Tomorrow, which would be awesome and a masterstroke. And I'm telling you, it's needed. It's been too long. I get it. Batman has always been DC's poster boy, but we owe it to Superman to have another franchise that doesn't involve fucking Batman.
Let's give it up for James Gunn for making a superhero movie largely without a villain and pulling it off and making such a big hit. Let's be honest. I mean, it's Lex, sure, but really the villain more than anything is
the antagonist most 100%.
You know what I'm saying though? Like, we're talking about this next movie like it's Brainiac. When we talk about
don't know.
when we talk about other movies, it's Red Hulk, it's Catwoman, it's Penguin, it's whatever, it's Riddler, and you know, he really, I mean, Ultraman, sure, but that's, nobody knew about that beforehand, and people largely don't know who Ultraman is.
Yeah.
Also, that's more Bizarro than Ultraman,
it's
but
gonna
okay.
Be, I have no doubt he's bringing that back as Bizarro.
Yeah.
Because he said it was a defective clone. Like, he was dumber than you.
It's from the Man of Steel, which I'm okay with. But
I would like that, yeah.
I do got to be honest, man. Bizarro World is a pretty fucking cool place. Have you read any of the Bizarro comics, like in the 2000s?
Well, we know with Peacemaker, there's 99 doors and 99 fucking pack of dimensions. Fucking.
Anyway, but no, I mean, I was just thinking about that. You're talking about it might be Brainiac, and I'm like, he really didn't have like a villain. Like, there's the kaiju at one point. There's the Hammer of Baravia at one point.
Yeah, but the through
and
line.
then the big threat is the war, and then the dimensional rift. And honestly, that's hard to do in these day and ages because a lot of it is who's the villain? What's the villain? Who's the villain? That's what you think of.
The
That's
fact it was
the
all
next
Lex.
question you ask is that. And it really was all Lex, except for, you had different
Well,
antagonists.
I do like that he's doing the traditional, like, you don't see a lot of filmmakers go back to this kind of formula where it's like, all right, because it's happened here and there with the MCU, but for the most part, you don't, because they were killing their villains for a while. And they're like, we can make more money if we bring them back.
Stupid.
You could, like, the idea that, okay, now the villain from the first movie is gonna have to work with the hero. Like, it is a common trope, but I'm a sucker for it. And there's no denying. Look, I keep saying, when it comes down to Superman, you got to have great chemistry between him and Lois and him and Lex. And Nicholas Hoult and Dave Cornsweet, knock Batman's mask off.
Fuck.
Their chemistry is great. There's such a good villain hero relationship there. Like that, especially that last scene when he's just like, "You piece of shit," and he's like, "No, I'm not a piece of shit. You need to realize you're human too." And I think that's the whole thing. And I cannot wait for Lex to portray him in the third act of this movie.
the big draw of, if you need to take time and go get that helmet while I'm vamping here, because I feel like you should before you lose it. It's very special.
I fucking love Lego, and you better not fucking ruin it.
Fucking yeah. No, the thing about the Superman Lex Luthor relationship is that it's always been based on Lex doesn't like Superman because he's automatically he's superior to humans in a lot of ways. So, and as a human, that makes him mad. But also the fact that no matter how bad he is, Superman has always found some glimmer of hope inside.
He'll always
Lex.
try and save him, yeah.
Right, and Lex fucking hates
And he's like,
that,
I'm
man.
not that guy.
Yeah.
I'm a bad guy.
Yeah, I'm a bad guy. Right. Anyway, so Man of Tomorrow, looking forward to it.
Yeah,
Sorry, I didn't know if you had something. Do we have any other news other than...
All we know is that the Jim Lee made some concept art, and we definitely saw him in his mech suit. Lex is going to be in his like green and purple
good.
mech suit.
Yes.
I'm like, hell yeah, let's see it.
I hope it's the old school one.
That's what I'm saying. I know how this movie's going to end, and I don't even care. I don't even care, because you know what's going to happen? Because Lex is going to have that mech suit, so he's finally going to have a chance to fight him on his own.
There was a DC Superpowers back in the day action figure collection, like in the late 80s, I want to say. And they had like Batman, Superman, and everybody had like a thing, like an action on the action figure. And the Lex Luthor one had his suit, and it was a chopping thing. You pressed a button and he chopped.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite Lex Luthor stories from before the Crisis in the 80s. So there was really no continuity. And Lex Luthor before the Crisis was largely a mad scientist. Have you ever seen the DC Superpowers cartoon from the 70s? What the fuck is it called? But they're in the Hall of Justice and stuff, and it's anyway.
Yeah.
But that's the Lex Luthor in that is largely how he was pre-Crisis. He wore like this purple and like these spandex costume type of thing all the time, and he like hid out in secret, like it was just kind of ridiculous.
But so he was always a rich guy,
yeah,
right?
But
like later iterations made him into like the like evil Bruce Wayne type,
Yeah, I mean there was one story where he stole the mech from a dead civilization. And the ghost of that dead civilization, that dead world, came and took over the suit.
Ooh.
And it started wreaking havoc and stuff. And he had to call out Superman and say, "Hey, man, I need your help, because otherwise, this thing could, it'll kill me, And so,
now
Superman,
I care.
Yeah, Superman helps Lex, defeat the ghost. In the thing or whatever. It was just a really cool story, because it's like, this is just bizarre compared to the comics I read nowadays.
You know what I'd love to see is when Superman Space Age, when Lex nuked a whole. Was it a U.S. town? Was it like a? Because he dropped a nuke. Remember that?
Yeah, I haven't read that. I haven't read it in a long time.
I want him to do something like that. Because that's insane. Because remember he had a bunker, and it was like a full operating thing, and
yeah.
What a book. Read that book, by the way.
I need to reread it. Yep.
So, Man of Tomorrow. Real quick before we continue our DCU conversation, because we got to talk about 2 episodes of Peacemaker. There was one other thing you wanted to talk about this week.
Yeah.
There was a trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu. And when I say it's a trailer, it was, we got to get something out to get the share to bump the stock and get the shareholders happy. So here's a bunch of footage. Because there's not much dialogue or anything. And it really does look like instead of
it looks like somebody made it on CapCut.
Instead of the trailer, right? Looking like somebody some intern cut it together.
Like use some royalty free.
Remember the Rocketeer?
Oh yeah, look at that 1950s Mandalorian Grogu. Look out for the Nazis. You're like, what the fuck? Don't forget to catch the train and make sure you get your blackjack chewing gum. Don't forget
you gotta kill the space Nazis.
Don't forget on your way to kill the space Nazis that you pick up some Lucky Strike tobacco. It's toasted. It's good. It's healthy for you.
Okay.
Don't forget your Cracker Jacks.
This is okay. Look, everybody,
make sure you have a Dr.
Hey,
Pepper.
listen to me right now. As we were recording this podcast at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, September 23rd,
Whoa.
I, Jake Williams, declare.
Oh my God.
I was wrong.
What?
Tyler was so fucking on the money.
What?
When you said, as much as I enjoyed that 3rd season of The Mandalorian, I really did like it. The show should have been 2 seasons.
Yep.
And that plot, that whole entire season, should have just been the Mandalorian movie. And that could have been your movie. Instead, we're getting this movie.
Which apparently looks like it's set between season 1 and season 2 because they still have the Razor Crest. Or did they get that back?
No, they got Anakin's old thing from episode 1.
That's what I'm saying. So they have the Razor Crest, if that's footage from the movie. So it's
probably a fucking flashback.
So you're giving me a prequel?
Time out. I gotta look this up.
Disney Star Wars.
I need clarification on this. Because
I bet you anything.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Hey, here's the Mandalorian season 1. If Sigourney Weaver appeared in it, it's 2 hours. Go see it in the theater and pay $15. You fucking chodes.
We're fucking Disney.
You don't give a fuck. You fucking.
We're gonna censor a comedian for telling a
piss
very
all over every fucking IP you love before you die.
Inoffensive joke. Yeah, that's right. You're not getting out of this podcast and not mentioning that you fucking you fucking cowards.
Cowards that lays.
You bowed to a fascist, you fucking pussies.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, and Nexar and Sinclair, go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, go fuck yourselves.
Why am I looking there? There's a camera.
Because there's an audience somewhere.
I need to find the let's see if I can get like a timeline thing here. I'm pulling up the wiki.
Okay. While you're talking about that, yeah, we said it a while ago. Like you. Favreau raised a lot of Star Wars fans' hopes with Mandalorian Season 1. It was like, this is what's possible?
Yeah.
Holy shit, this is awesome, right? Like, this is so good. It's so good, right? Mm-hmm. And then Season 2 happened. Didn't that end with Grogu going off with Luke?
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone. Look at the pizza pie is fine. Leave it alone. No more pizza. No more cheese. I am such a fucking racist against Italians.
Pete Holmes has a really good bit about that where he's like, why are they the only ones we can still be racist to?
Hey, what do you mean?
Pizza pie.
You want to know why?
Why?
It's because every Italian person I know is loves that shit and leans into it. Oh, yeah. Like won't say his name, but
Joey Salads,
Joey Sandwich,
Joey Spaghetti.
They call me Joey Sandwich because he's always eating a sandwich or thinking about a sandwich.
God, that is one of my favorite scenes in that fucking movie. Hey, he's what was it?
What is the movie?
Tommy Two Time or whatever the fuck?
What is the movie? I showed you the fucking Mr. Show, right? Where it's Tommy one time because he only ever said anything one time. Oh, this pretty stinks, huh? What did you say? And he just stares at him.
He doesn't repeat himself.
I already said one time. Pallies? I showed you that, didn't I?
I think so.
Oh,
probably.
my God, dude. Anyway.
I'm just trying to find this. Like, I'm just trying to figure out where.
While we're talking about it, but yeah,
is.
I mean, you guys raised like the stakes, and here's what the problem is: you had already fucked up the prequels by just making a mishmash of stockholder approved bullshit. That fucking look at how many people we get to come to the theater because we promised you Harrison Ford and fucking and Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher, and look what you did to them, dude. Like you ruined everything, and why? Because then you make The Mandalorian, which is clearly set. Why don't you make The Mandalorian set during the prequel or during the sequels?
Why? Yeah. Why do we have to put it in between?
Right. You fucking
We've said
idiots.
that so much on the show because
Yes.
it is ridiculous. Because
why-
they're not mentioned at all. Why wouldn't they be mentioned?
So they clearly are murdered and forgotten at some point.
What?
Between.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Time out. Why wouldn't fucking Rey visit Grogu, one of the few, or Ahsoka, one of the
probably
few
an
people that
adult
talk
by
to
now.
Luke?
Yeah. Who's probably an adult by now.
I just thought of that. That's a great point. Why wouldn't she talk to Grogu if he's met Luke to try and find Luke?
And you know what that new Rey movie is supposed to be? It's supposed to be a way to integrate all that shit, and it's like too fucking late. It's too late. It's too late. It's too fucking late. It's too late. It's too late.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the fucking problem with Star Wars. I don't give a shit. I can't find anything on it. I don't know where it is.
Shareholders wanted a buttload of money once they purchased Fox, and they got Star Wars, right?
George Lucas is the problem. You know why? Because George Lucas made those. No, well, even before that, he made those fucking prequels, and so that gave anybody in Star Wars carte blanche to constantly do this shit and constantly keep doing it, going back. It's not. They have to do it like they should have done it post sequel trilogy or during the sequel trilogy.
The actor for the Anakin Skywalker in the first movie should have been 15 years old. Why did you use an 8-year-old?
And it's not
with Natalie Portman. That's sick.
This is what I'm saying.
What the?
I'm not against this. I'm not. I wasn't against it. Originally, and I'm not. I don't think I'll see it in a theater.
Full form.
But no, it's just, it is, I get what you mean. It is frustrating because you're like, to me, based on this trailer, nothing in this says like, golly, I got to see this on the big screen.
Yeah.
It's like, well, why am I paying this premium when I could just watch this shit on Disney Plus? Why not just make The Mandalorian season 4?
Also, yes,
why are we making a movie?
Also, because you make so much money off subscriptions from Disney Plus and all the other shit that you own.
Because they want to just keep selling fucking Grogu. They want to milk the tit. They want to get all the blue milk.
Yeah, but check this out. You can make cinema quality shit, and we've seen it with Mandalorian, with Boba Fett, with fucking what are the other shows they made? The fucking Acolyte was so good, and you cancel it? Why?
Obi-Wan could have been a movie.
Yes, Obi-Wan should have been a movie. In fact,
Andor is the only one I would argue works because it's designed like a show.
Yes. But these are cinematic quality because they have the money to do it, and now that they have that technology to make like that room.
But the frustrating thing is,
so
but like you said, wouldn't season 3 storyline, the going back to Mandalore, wouldn't that be something worthy of being like, this is what the movie should have been?
Yes.
Instead of whatever the fuck this is going to be? Because now they're going to do this stupid shit. We're like, oh, we're going to move them into the sequel trilogy now. Fuck off. It should have been that way. Why are we doing a movie to do something like, I don't...
You already had the climactic battle at the end of Rise of Skywalker with all the ships and not one Mandalorian ship. You can't reshoot it.
Where's Din during?
By the time you get around
movie?
to it, Billy D. Williams will be dead, and you can't use anybody anymore. Okay, sorry.
And it's just,
why?
Yeah, I get it.
Just wrecked everything,
and that's why I'm frustrated too because I just feel like for me, storytelling wise. You're gonna you built in the idea of like, okay, well, we had to explain that it's 30 years in the future or whatever because these guys are old, and we had to find a way to integrate them into this, and they're old, and figure this story out. Before that movie comes out, here's a Cheetos flaming hot take for you. Before that movie comes out, maybe make some shows and release them and do that. Like, and
Disney Plus and streaming weren't the model.
Well,
then.
Disney Plus, you know what it was though?
Yeah.
Fucking Netflix. You're telling me Netflix wouldn't have paid out the ass to license a Star Wars show?
I don't think anybody
before they had Disney Plus.
I don't think any streaming services were doing their own shows.
But here's the thing, Tyler. Here's what you should have done: is do that. Have some series. Have some things to build that up because if that's really what you want to do and try and go back and explain those 30 years, or again, let me get this done and then you can do your thing. One more thing. Another Cheetos Flaming Hot
you
take.
can't do another one. You said you were going to finish
2,
up, asshole.
3, 4 takes. Last take on that. Have the fucking balls to set something 30 years in the future. That's it. You have dialogue referencing it. You have some sort of way to get that exposition in, but stop making whole ass fucking Disney Plus shows and movies to explain this shit. Have some balls as a storyteller and not appease your fucking stockholders and tell a good story.
God
damn it, man.
Can I just say this?
Damn it, man. I wasn't even that mad about it. Then you made me mad.
I just want to say
I care
this.
about this
I
shit.
just want to say about the sequel trilogy. First things first. I liked the first movie. Despite the fact that it was kind of a blatant ripoff of A New Hope, I don't really care. Because it was pretty good and compelling, and the story was good, right? And the mystery of Snoke and all that shit, right? Right?
I'm in the minority.
And the Knights of Ren and everything, right?
Everybody hates the Last Jedi.
But then Rian Johnson, who I love and respect, I'm sorry, but you I know you're trying to go against type, and you're trying to subvert expectations.
And the whole theme
but
of the
just
movie.
killing Snoke without us knowing who he was, like that was stupid.
Yeah, but this is the thing that I think
that could have been a really cool. That could have been Mace Windu. You see what I'm saying? They could have been so much more ballsy with the sequel trilogy.
Well, it's like James Gunn was talking about.
Oh, James Gunn. Let's ruin another fucking fan favorite.
No. I'm just saying, like, I think a lot of the issues with Marvel that happened, because they still, to this day, they renounce shit and cancel shit all the time.
Of course. Right.
I think a lot of that, he mentioned it, and I think it's a problem with Hollywood as a whole. I think shit gets announced and shit gets done.
As a whole?
And they start shooting things.
On the whole?
Preparation H is good. On the whole.
I agree.
Let's get some chocolate ass cream, ass.
How do you know it's chocolate flavored? We're gonna have to help each other out.
I would love some chocolate ice cream.
Chocolate ass cream.
Anyway.
Put it all over my butt. All right.
Yeah. My point essentially.
Are we done talking about this yet? Jesus.
My point essentially is just. I mean, if you're into that, I'm sure you're excited for that. But nothing in that trailer made me be like, man, this shouldn't be on Disney Plus.
I'm looking forward to the Starfighter movie.
I'm happy a Star Wars movie is back in theaters. That's nice, I guess.
Again, I don't give a shit. I guess my big thing is, what are you showing me?
Starfighter looks interesting though.
Yeah, what are you showing me that I couldn't have seen on Disney Plus? That's what I'm saying. You're not getting me out of the fucking into the theater for
and
this.
It's a hard sell for a TV show to go to a movie. I get that. It's always been that way, but
I
saw the Simpsons movie in theaters.
So did I. Actually, no, I didn't. I did go to a quickie mart though.
You did, yeah. You told me.
It was awesome.
Because you actually had one.
I should have bought so much more of that shit. It's
just
fucking,
for the collector's item.
Oh my god, no! It's fucking worth a lot right now, dude.
So
okay, so
Peacemaker.
So are we doing Break, and then Peacemaker and everything else, or are we doing Peacemaker and Break? Up to you.
I mean, we're talking about 2 episodes. It's a lot.
That's kind of why I'm suggesting.
Anyway, we gotta talk about
yoinks and away.
So now back to the DCU.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be talking about Peacemaker, episodes 4 and 5.
So we'll.
Funny enough, I watched episode 4 on my flight home.
So
from
4
Houston.
was the one where he spends the most time in the other dimension, right? He's trying to get
episode 3. 4 and 5 are going back to that dimension.
The episode 5 starts with him going to the park.
Yeah, because episode 4 explains how we got the door and all that other shit.
So I'll make this real easy for everybody.
Oh boy. Did you enjoy these episodes?
I'm enjoying it more and more.
Okay, I'll take that. That's a win for me.
I'm kind of disappointed that we're not getting more Vigilante, and to be honest, the few times we see him, it's not all that great. At least when you compare it to the first season.
Yeah. We actually got to see some emotional growth for his character, though, in these couple episodes.
I think it's interesting. It's an interesting take to like, hey, we're gonna go away and like take the doorway with us. Like that's interesting to see.
Well, I
wonder
love the
where that's
idea.
gonna go.
Yeah.
I love me more Tim Meadows. I love Judo Master.
Well,
Steve Agee is great. I'm just not sure again like where this is going. And
well, I think okay. So the thing that I wanted to point out, I was talking to you about this.
Gross.
I think this
can't forget about the Eagle Killer.
So I think this timing was important because Peacemaker has influenced how the whole digital stuff with Superman. So Superman came out early on digital because it came out like a week before Peacemaker hit HBO Max, right?
Oh, okay.
So then I think this is crucial. I think these next 3 episodes are going to really tie everything into the DCU because the timing to have Superman go on HBO Max to almost be like, hey, watch this or rewatch this. This is important. But he's also said that you don't need to watch Superman to watch Peacemaker, and that's true. That's 100% true.
Yeah.
But I think that all this stuff is going to get connected in these next 3 episodes, and I think that's what we're building towards. So with that in mind, I think that's why I like the idea of we kind of have a little bit of like these first 5 episodes have kind of been a slow build to this.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
Slow.
Well, I mean, they've had their moments in the like. There's been action. There's been action and shit. Like this stuff is happening. But I mean, like, we all knew that this was going to be the big thing of the season at some point. You know?
Halfway through that beating, Peacemaker is dead. I need all filmmakers and content makers and stuff who do fight scenes to make it much more clear how damaging even a couple of punches can be.
And the knee to the fucking clavicle that shatters his clavicle. Like,
that breaks his fucking neck.
Like
that was like a stunt dummy.
Yeah.
That wasn't a real person.
That's
Couldn't have been.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that would shatter his collarbone.
He's dead,
and it would
he's
like cave
in
his chest.
He's dead at some point.
It's gonna puncture his heart,
right.
his lungs.
Yeah.
He's
look,
dead.
I get it. I get what you're trying to show.
It is a superhero show.
Sure, but
I see what you mean.
Have we ever seen anything about Christopher Smith being a metahuman?
That is, but
I don't believe he is.
He's not, and as far as we know,
right.
And what I will say is I do know what you mean because even in that first season, even in like the whole conceit you have to have for that first season was to pretend that motherfucker didn't get shot in the jugular, that it just happened to look like it hit his because he brought that character back because he wanted to.
Yeah.
Throwing that aside, he takes a lot of damage in that first season, and they addressed it in the first few episodes, but at some point, like, it is a ridiculous amount of punishment for a human body. Yeah. And even I see what you mean because while I like that scene, it does border on the line of over the top where for me it was the knee shot. It was the knee shot.
Who's terrible with over the top? Who's somebody who can't stop himself?
He didn't direct this episode,
and who can't just get out of his own fucking way because everybody that he knows tells him every day how fucking great you are, James. Who is that?
I don't think it's a problem, but I do see where there could be there's an issue with the suspension of disbelief.
Yeah, but aren't you kind of seeing what I'm talking about? About where he just can't get out of his own way.
I think that argument can be made with like the orgy stuff, and there's some. Yeah, I mean, there's sure you could say like there even in the first season.
And by the way, fucking Boys did it way better. Sorry, way better, way funnier. Way more creatively, and way more actually story-based. James. Yeah. All right.
I want to actually talk about the show for once.
I'm beginning to enjoy it more. Seeing where the show is going. I just again like I'm on. He's on thin ice with me.
Are you ready for pain?
So I feel like watching this show or doing this show with you now.
What? Why?
Are you ready for suffering?
Why?
Because all you do is bitch and moan. I think to myself,
it's your fault. It's your fault. Be mad at yourself.
You decided to do this show with him. No. Can I fucking talk about the show, please?
I guess so.
Episode 4, I like that they did like. I like that they mentioned how they found it was with like an alien. So we don't know what it is. Is it something with Darkseid? Is it something with something else? We don't know. But I love the fact that they just found it. It
I
wasn't
would like
that.
to think
I love the
that's
fact that
not their
Augie was just
version of a mother box.
no matter what, Augie was just a racist piece of shit.
Yeah.
And he just got lucky and found that. And I love the idea that, like, because I think it's implied that all of his shit is he just somebody else made it or he found it or like he got it from some other technology, whatever.
Yeah.
But and I love
he did say there's a whole other shit behind his helmet, so we'll find out about that at some point, I'm sure.
yeah. Excuse me.
Gross.
I love Michael Rooker coming into this.
Dude, his whole
Him eating
interaction with Economos, all that shit, like that's what makes it so weird, right? Like you can't come up with a fucking like lie before he wakes up if he you know what I mean? Like, and of course he just shoves him so fucking hard.
He
and
cracks his head.
Stupid fucking giant gun. And
that's a real gun, by the way.
I'm sure it is.
A punt gun?
I'm sure.
Is what it's called.
But
him eating his shit.
yes. Dude, did you see the end credits part?
Yeah. Oh, this bird eats better than I do.
There's no way you know what caviar tastes like.
He
Caviar,
did.
Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, a ribeye?
Yeah. Surf
Mashed potatoes? This bird eats better than I do.
Michael Rooker is one of the unsung heroes of American cinema in all shapes and forms. Ever since he's such a fucking stud.
I will say you are right that James Gunn has a distinct style.
Mm.
And so in episode 5 we have to have the animal character get the one-uppings on the shitty human character.
Yeah, but it was cool.
But it's awesome. I love the fact
also,
that he
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I was giving him so much shit early when we first started talking about this season because I'm like, stop making Peacemaker more important than he really is. But I love the fact that he made this joke character this ultra important eagle. Like, that's funny to me. I'll give him credit. Like,
well,
the
now we know
prime eagle. Yeah.
Well, okay, so hey, Michael. Yeah, what's up, James? Can you? I got a part for you, but it involves you. I got a part for you in the next season of Peacemaker. Can I somehow be shirtless and dancing around a fire? I kind of knew you were going to ask me that, Michael. Of course you can.
You know the best part about that is he actually didn't write it for him. He wrote it for a different actor and then called him as a favor, like, hey, this isn't really working out.
Well, Rooker's one of his guys.
Well, yeah. It's like if you would call up Nathan Fillion. Like, hey, can you do this for me?
Well, Rooker, again, he's just a fucking pro.
I just love that he is constantly... But the thing is he was already in the DCU because he was in Suicide Squad, if you remember, which is... They killed him off, but it was funny because he was technically in that movie, too. And Sean Gunn was technically Weasel and Maxwell Lord. I thought that was funny. But... no, these 2 episodes, I think, for me, I've already was enjoying the show, but I think those last 2 episodes really interested me.
Well, we're going somewhere now.
Yeah.
Instead
it
of
makes
just
sense. We
the
have
first
direction.
3 episodes was like angst and self-discovery, and it's like, okay.
But now, and I love the idea.
I do that every day. I don't need to watch a fucking show to see other characters do it.
But that's the thing. I think
Sorry.
I think those first 5 episodes were like, we need like I think they wanted to, the whole idea was like, let's establish who Chris is and where like let's talk about, because he said in one of the, I think episode 5 they had like the after the show shit, and he was talking about like that first season about Peacemaker, the second season more about Chris and him, you know. So I think these next 3 episodes are going to be very Peacemaker heavy and him doing superhero shit.
I'm sure they're going to show them trying to get like,
and we're going to find out why who
figure out the portal.
The top trio are actually bad guys.
I'm willing to bet.
Yeah, I have no doubt they're still evil. Because you get like something like a hardcore racist like Augie, like that just carries across dimensions. I'm sorry, hate like that just carries across dimensions. I'm just saying. Almost every reality, I feel like Augie's a racist piece of shit. So he's got to be the villain, right? So that's just my assumption.
my thing is, that I mean, there's something to be said for.
Because he could still love Chris and be a loving father, but also be a racist piece of shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. There's plenty of very horrible people that love their kids.
I mean, dude, the other dimension, the only difference between Augie and that dimension in this one or whatever is that the one in this one
has a blue helmet,
isn't smart. The one in the other dimension was smart enough. The same thing happened to all of them.
They all got the.
They all shot the dude. Both
They all
guys
got
shot
the
the
door,
alien and
yeah.
got the door. But this Augie was smart enough to turn it into money.
Yeah. And be the only superheroes
and
in town.
use it to find
Yeah.
all the technology for, so that's why they stopped fighting each other in pits.
Yeah.
And that's why Keith didn't die.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. That probably.
It's the same fucking world, in fact. In fact, it might even be worse.
But yeah, there's no Justice King even or anything because they killed him. Maybe. That'd be cool. I hope he does
It
something.
wouldn't be cool, but
No,
that would be
story-wise.
that'd be interesting if
Yes,
we
I would
just fucking busted
But
it
also,
up.
I love the fact that I have no fucking idea what he's going to do in these next 3 episodes, and I have faith in him. I do understand how...
Sucker. Just kidding.
No, and I will tell you this. Even though I'm enjoying this second season, I still feel like I enjoyed that first season more.
Yeah.
However, I am willing to, like, because I think... I want to be clear. I give you shit. I'm clearly enjoying it more than you are. But I'm not going to pretend that your criticisms aren't valid, and I don't don't recognize those things. But I just think that's the beauty of art, where it's like I'm willing to like let those things go a little bit more than you are.
Can I defend him a little bit by
Sure.
saying that the first 3 episodes? I mean, honestly, the recap really did it. But the first 3 episodes maybe are a way of him establishing that Peacemaker is now in this universe
And this is
and
post
always
Superman
has been.
and what we're doing post Superman.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure, that's fine. But 3 episodes?
I felt like that first season was faster too, and
Maybe it'll ramp up again.
And I think that's the point.
I'm
and I think
enjoying
that's
it more
intentional.
than I did.
And I think that's intentional because there are. I'm not gonna pretend there
It's 'cause
aren't
we got
like fighting
more
and
Tim
action.
Meadows.
There's action sequences in those.
It's really
those
the biggest deal
episodes.
because Tim Meadows is more in it.
But
Looking at somebody's eyes as I am famously a pussy.
Time out.
Looking at someone's eyes as an act of heroism, and you want me to book him and go against orders? That was just classic.
Yeah. Or
Did you book him?
when he kept calling him Ginger Cool and he spit at him? He's like,
Yeah.
"What kind of person spits at someone? Come on, man."
Ginger Cool, you are.
He's got a
hardcore.
meta duck. He's an eagle. Why would someone lie about your hilarious disability?
I understand that it's funny, but it is very real and painful.
My bird blindness.
Fucking so great.
Somebody get in here and tell me how big this thing is. Still one of the funniest quotes in the show. I was like, what the fuck? Point is, there's a shitty network comedy coming out called DMV, and I'm probably going to watch it because Tim Meadows is in it. So
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
You know you're going to watch it because he's
Well,
funny.
everybody's always trying to find the next Office because the Office is still relevant because of all the fucking stands that I can't stand.
Whoa. To wrap it
Seriously,
all up,
if you're one of those people who's like, the best show ever is The Office, I quote it up. I'm just like, get the fuck away from me, dude. I don't mind that you like it, and even if you have all the seasons on DVD, great. But if you're somebody who like listens to all the podcasts and keeps these people in the public eye,
did you skip the intro again?
for what?
Peacemaker.
What do you mean?
The intro. Did you skip it?
Of course.
You fucking bastard.
Why?
Again, the intro for the first season's better.
Yeah.
But I like this one too. Also, you know what this is funny? It's I do think it's interesting that, and I'm glad that he's doing this for the artists, that like we're gonna have such a diverse like R-rated movies, PG-13 movies, and Peacemaker and Superman, same universe, and all this stuff, because that's what it is in the comics, right? It was funny because a friend of mine, that a coworker, well, friend, but we work together. She had seen it, and then she was like, so, you know, and then she asked me about Peacemaker. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I enjoy it, but I was like, this is unfiltered James Gunn. So there's a lot of violence and sex and stuff, so I don't know how you feel about it. But, like, when I mentioned, like, gore, she's like, ugh. And I'm like, and then in my head, I'm like, I'm glad that he is giving creators the freedom to make whatever they want, but I think that's going to be an interesting challenge.
What?
To sell, if how many people actually cross over from Superman to Peacemaker? You know what I mean? Like just tone wise. Mm-hmm. And I'll give him credit because it shows you how good. Like how good of a writer he can be, and the fact that he could write something as hardcore, unfiltered, crazy, violent, sex, and then have Superman that's just straight up, good family superhero movie.
Yeah.
So to wrap it up, we went a little long there. Do you want to just wrap up with the books, or do you want to wrap up? I mean, we can do it. We're running a little long.
Yeah. So Green Lantern, Absolute Green Lantern. Do you want to play
Whoa.
We got the sounder, don't you?
Anyway, we're excited for episode 6.
Yep.
I could write a book about what you don't know.
And that's apparently what Al Ewing said to himself.
But
When he
Absolute
took
Green Lantern.
Quard Rao
Which,
Sir
fucking
R.
Eat my ass. All right, so
Yeah.
eat my whole
just,
ass.
Just my whole ass.
That's what she says.
Hey, Ewing. Yeah, no. That's true. She says it.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Yeah.
Written. So this is Absolute Green Lantern number 6, written by Al Ewing, and the art is done by I think it's. Oh shit, I don't have it down in front of me. Tyler,
It's
hold on.
Larfy.
I got it right here.
Jahnoy Lindsay.
Jahnoy, that's it. Jahnoy Lindsay. All right, I will say this as someone who has bitched and moaned about this book for 5 issues. I can honestly say I didn't hate this issue. I thought what he was trying to do was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But why did we go? Why? Okay, we're not doing rings, so we're gonna essentially have the same thing that we normally have in the DC universe with the Green Lanterns, right? So we have the yellow for fear, and the green for will, and the red for rage, but they're not rings. They're just like Power Rangers, pretty much, where they all just have like their own suit that is made out of this energy, and all of Oa is inside the lantern that is in Coastal City, and here's where I'm like, what the fuck? Where it said, what was the words again? Quard
Rao R Sir.
So
Sir R.
So it is still trying to tie to emotions, but instead of doing like, okay, what's the Green Lanterns? Well, there's this planet called Oa, and there's these guardians of the universe.
Ain R.
And they make these green power rings. They give you their willpower base and all this stuff, whatever you can imagine, great. And they need his lantern to recharge the ring. That's it. This motherfucker goes, we're gonna do space Mormonism, and it's gonna be the Black Lantern is actually gonna be hell, and it's the Black Hand, but it's hell, and then we're gonna have Sir and and Der and Badurga and Flurga Falaba, all these stupid fucking titles. And I gotta tell you, I don't understand. I want to understand Al Ewing, because on one hand, he's a good writer, so at the very least, what he's writing about is kind of interesting, and well written. But on the other hand, it's like, why are we making this convoluted bullshit?
The only thing
then the Black Stars.
The only thing that really, 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 to me, is like, oh, that's kind of cool, is Mogo
being a Black Star.
Yes,
That's awesome. Yes, that's interesting. But
I gotta say, it's already too late, Al.
it's way too late. I'm sorry. Is it? Look, again, that's not a bad issue. It's an interesting issue, but that should have been like issue 3, maybe.
Hey,
and maybe not make it so stupid with these titles. I'm sorry. I try not to.
Can I say this?
I don't
if
wanna,
he would have introduced the titles within the first like 3 issues and made it very clear, like, hey, this is what's kind of going on. Because to be really brutally honest, this is the first time in 6 issues that I'm like, this is kind of neat.
Yeah. But you lost me with the Sir and Der and the Court, and I'm like, why? Again, I keep saying space Mormonism because that's what they keep saying. Because you can reach the green, or you can get better if you're a nicer person. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And I just
come on, Al.
And it's so frustrating because I do like his work. There are some really I'm not saying the guy isn't a good writer.
Dude. Get fucking ready, because
we're getting double dip in that motherfucker.
Fucking double.
Before we get to that, I want to be clear, because we're so
double dipping the motherfucker.
We are fucking. I don't know, man. His farts are stinking. Real bad. I try and strive to be artist friendly on the show, and I don't ever want to try and attack writers, and I want to critique, but come from an angle of critique and not be personal. But Jesus Christ, dude, just fucking talk about Venom because it'll tie into Venom too. So double dipping Al Ewing today.
Right,
we're doing all new Venom number 10.
Going along with really funny quotes. When I was at the Cardinals game last Friday, I was hanging out, and there was a bunch of bro dudes next to me, and they were all drinking and stuff.
Like Al Ewing, who's that guy?
You shut up so I can finish my story when you talk about Al Ewing, you jerk. Sorry. But one guy was like, "Hey man, you maybe better slow down or whatever. You didn't have a lot to eat." And the guy he was talking to was like, "No, I had like 9 French fries." So anyway,
There you go.
Al Ewing, Gomez. Hang on. Al Ewing, Carlos Gomez, and Frank Darmata. All new Venom number 10. We talked about this on the show a little bit, and I thought I'd pick it up because I wanted to know what it was supposed to be. And interestingly enough, next issue is 250.
Yeah.
Venom number 250.
Yeah.
Now,
fuck off, Marvel.
Fuck off, Marvel. So the reason why I wanted to read this one is because it deals with the fuck all the other shit in the story. Let's just, because honestly, I don't care that MJ and Peter aren't together and there's this guy Paul involved. The point of all this, the whole
Hey,
point
this was
of
a
this
big
story,
deal. Time out.
Part
This
of
was
this-
a big deal because everybody hated Paul, and they finally broke up, and they were like, "Oh yeah, guess what? We can fucking put Mary Jane and Peter together because time's a flat circle."
This looks fucking awesome, by the way.
Well, what the hell is the world to come?
I don't know, but this looks fucking
So anyway, yeah,
awesome.
all new Venom essentially.
The reason why I bought the story is the middle part where it's Venom and Mary Jane hashing it out over the time that he basically assaulted her. Not physically, but certainly emotionally and
well,
mentally.
the thing is he could have,
Right.
but he didn't. And he's like, it was because Eddie told him not to, essentially.
And what the fuck is this? Is this the Venom? Is this really what Venom is? That bugged the shit out of me.
That is tied with the shit with Dylan.
Oh, okay, whatever. Anyway, but I enjoyed because I wanted to see. I don't know what the fuck this is, but I want to get it because Al Ewing writes it.
Fuck me, no.
Al Ewing writes it.
You banned. No more Al Ewing on the show.
So really, to be truthfully honest, the only thing about any of this book was I liked that that MJ got a chance to confront her, the person who assaulted her, because I worked for the Women's Crisis Center out in Denver, and one thing you have to know is, like, every woman that you know in your life is constantly hit on, like every day in public, no matter where she is, constantly, and a lot of men are pigs, and the reason why we're in this sorry state is because we constantly allow men who are pigs to get away with it. And I think it's really important to allow women to stand up and say, "Go fuck yourself." When a guy when a guy fucking walks by and tries grab ass on a waitress at a bar, she should fucking be able to turn around and go, "Hey, this guy just tried to grab my ass," and every other guy in that bar should beat that fucking guy's ass. So I liked that MJ got to fucking go after Venom, even if it was on the psychic plane, if you will. But you didn't like it for other reasons. No, I'm sure you liked that too.
I look, again, it goes back to Al Ewing being a good writer. I do think that it was nice to have MJ kind of throw it back in Venom's face.
Mm-hmm.
But what frustrates me about it was like that Venom's justification was, or his whole thing was like, I chose Eddie because I could fix him or some shit, and then she like makes a joke about it. Like she throws it back in his face. Like, what are you fucking talking about? Like, you could have killed me. You could have assaulted me. You could have done whatever you wanted.
Yep.
It's like, well, he's held him back.
Venom makes the point that he wouldn't have actually done anything because
I wouldn't have, and Eddie wouldn't have let me do it. Whatever.
Yes.
Remember,
yeah.
well, he makes a point. The host is always in control, so Eddie would always stop him if he were going to go that far or whatever. And then her thing was like, but what if he wouldn't? What if he wouldn't?
Look, if you
You
guys
shouldn't be in that situation.
if you guys are willing to do that, but you're sure that the other one will stop you, at some
You're already
point,
in that situation.
the other one won't stop the other. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
You're right. I do like that.
That's a way to absolve.
Yeah.
That's a way for shitty people to absolve their actions.
Yep.
Well, he could have stopped me.
It takes away responsibility.
They could have stopped me. No, you could have not done
you
it.
Still put.
You could have not made the choice.
You were trying to hurt me to get to him. That's what you were doing, and yeah,
I enjoyed it.
No, and I enjoyed it on that level, but on another level, it's like.
But as far as
it
I
goes,
can tell,
it goes back to what I always complain about with like Star Wars and stuff, where it's like.
There's
on
way
one
too
hand,
much.
On one hand, I understand what he's trying to do and like right a wrong. In a way,
sure, but there's
like
way too
continuity.
much going on in the Spider-Man universe right now.
But for me,
way too much.
And for me,
Paul, anti-Venom, fucking Rick, what's his name is back? Rick Jones is back.
Anti-symbiote.
And Null's coming back.
Well,
and
you know why they're bringing Null back because fucking Marvel rivals probably.
Oh jeez.
That's why they do all this shit with the symbiotes because everybody likes it for some reason.
And therein lies Disney's problem right now is
Money.
as soon as anything becomes mildly popular, which, to be honest, Rivals kind of blew up, but they decided to go, oh, let's fucking milk this shit now. So honestly, Disney's priorities right now, no shit, Grogu and Rivals. Fucking eat that shit, and if you don't like it...
What I was going to say when I was talking to you about it was like, but what frustrates me, on one hand, I like that sequence, but it's just like, it's the same problem I have with Star Wars, and it's the same. It's like, well, it's like, why are we doing this?
Okay, you're like
why are
having this.
Because I care about these characters.
I know, but you're having like this fucking psychic like.
Well, because for me, it's like, why are we? Why does? And I get it. It's natural. You're an artist. You're a writer. You want to add something to it. You want to put your stamp in it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, why do we kind of constantly go back and add some random, like not random? We had to add more mythos to shit. Where it's like, why couldn't it just be that he got this suit, he came back to Earth, he rejected it, it hated him, and it chose Eddie because Eddie hated him. Mm-hmm. But now this has to be like, well, I chose Eddie because yes, he hated Peter, but I could change him. And blah blah blah, and it just makes it seem like Venom was this like, and we've already touched on the relationship where Venom loves Eddie and all this shit, and it's like, okay, whatever. But at some point, I'm just like, and I don't have to read it, and that's fine. But I also have to just be like, why do we gotta constantly go back and rewrite? And it's always been happening in comics, but it's just the retconning all the time of the most, I don't know. It just goes back to why I think continuity's fucking dumb. Because, like, in a vacuum, what's the point of this issue, really? To try and right this wrong in continuity? But who cares? It'll get changed in 10 fucking years anyway. What are we doing here in life?
I don't know. I don't know what the...
I would got real existential. Continuity will do this to you, brother.
I really wanted that rant to go somewhere. But it was a lot of, and I don't know.
I slowly,
and you know what else? I don't know.
Because you're right. I did have a cosmic conundrum because
you couldn't figure out how you wanted to attack it.
That was a metaphor for a that
Ooh,
that was a
4D fucking chess out of my man over here, man.
Because that was a metaphor for this current time in my life and everyone's life, where I'm sitting down the barrel of this world, and I'm like, what's the point of all this shit? What's the point of Mary Jane Venom? What's the point? Because at the end of the fucking day, what are we building to? Oh, guess what's coming back? Null. Guess who's probably going to be Venom by the end of the fucking year? Eddie Brock.
Wow.
Sorry. Dylan Brock, because I got to care about Venom's... By the way, Venom is also his dad somehow because he was bonded to Eddie when Eddie was fucking some chick. I hate this shit. Absolute Superman. Your rant
11.
Your rant went somewhere. You happy now?
No.
Jason Aaron, Carmine de. Good
Oh,
luck.
let me find it.
It's at the end.
Carmine de Giandomenico.
I just want to make it clear, by the way. I apologize to Al Ewing
Do you?
for anything I said in this podcast.
Well, let's rip up at Jason Aaron.
I'm sure his farts smell like roses.
Wow.
Let's talk about Absolute Superman number 11.
So the first thing we see is these, they've captured Superman. They got him in that Greenland Lazarus Corp. Then Brainiac's just doing shit to him under Raj Al Ghul, and
Brainiac is trying to break him, so he's
Right,
running
but-
simulations of him killing his oppressor.
But he's got
pretty
all
much.
these Brainiacs. And like at one of them, he's like, turn your tongue to the parts department, and he takes his own tongue out, and it's just like, and he's trying to break him, and he does all these different moments where he's trying to get Superman in his mind to kill Brainiac. But also, he's
trying to force him to lose. He's trying to force him to lose his humanity, pretty much.
he starts beginning to tell the Brainiacs, and they can't stand it, or they start rebelling.
Yeah, because he's like, you deserve liberty. You
And he's
deserve
like,
freedom.
I see one demerit for each of you, and he's like somehow, and at the end he's just torn them all apart.
Yeah,
because he can't stand him.
Chainsaw.
Yeah, he can't stand him anymore. He's just like, all right, like, and it's fucking great because it's watching him just disintegrate. Then General Lane comes through, and he's trying to help out and stuff. And he ends up. It looks like Kal-El kills him.
Yeah.
And then Kal-El, this is Saul. I've been reactivated. I'm getting us out of here. And there's this big explosion, and he says, Kal-El, and it says next to the Battle of Kansas. But didn't we already have this? Next, but this was. It says finale, Man of Steel, Mind of Ash.
I'm not sure.
I don't know that really finishes that
Yeah.
story. I don't know.
Maybe that's the next issue is the finale. Maybe. So yeah, what I love about this though is no matter what, Superman's like I love that that he keeps talking about like we run like. I love the way that Brainiac talks when he's talking to Roz versus everybody else, where he's like, we'll run this many simulations at this point, and at the 3,000 simulation on this day, this is when we'll break him. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. It's very like strategic. And then with them, he's like, you shut your fucking mouth. Rip your goddamn tongue out.
Yeah. It's interesting because we've seen this before in different media.
Yeah, he's kind of
where there's a person who's in charge of a lot of people, and like in a way that you've made it like.
He gets abused, so he abuses them.
Well, it's not as horrific because they're clones or they're robots or whatever. So we've seen this kind of trope in a lot of different media, but I really like the way that Aaron kind of takes it, and like there's a Spartacus moment.
Yeah, with the other Brainiacs.
Where he just says like boo, and he's like, who said that? And he's like, I did it. No, I did it. No, I did it.
I said it. I said it.
And then that's when he's like, all right, then I'm going to chainsaw. It's fucking great, I think.
Yeah.
But
no, I did enjoy this issue, and I love the fact that Talia showed up to beat the shit out of Lois and Jimmy.
That's right, yeah.
And just to do that and talk shit and leave. Like, that was her thing. Yeah. And she's like, I'm just going to keep doing it until he eventually becomes, like, our weapon, and then he's going to fucking kill you. Yeah. And so I'm just going to get my licks in while I can.
Yeah, because, I can't kill you.
And I clearly, doesn't have the best upbringing because look who my fucking dad is, so I'm going to beat up on you guys. Yeah, I love that too. Where no matter what, and then like even in his subconscious, like you see Mom and Pa Kent like guiding him through it too, and like you see what happened to his parents and the trial, and it's like, oh man, illegal use of science. That sounds stupid. And then you see the president blame Tylenol for autism, and you're like, well, this story makes a lot more sense for our time.
Yeah, the thing about
illegal use of science. You mean science?
To wrap up all this shit, let's wrap it up back up to real Superman, and the movie where it says this is a mandatory evacuation and everybody's getting out. You think that really fucking happens in real life?
That was the most unrealistic thing about Fantastic Four.
I know.
When they're like,
Hey,
everybody turn your power off.
Wait a second. That was a different dimension.
Oh, so they would. Yep, that works for the story.
We are stupid.
616.
We are silly gooses.
Silly geese.
No, gooses.
No, it's geese. Don't.
No, I know it's geese, but when you're talking silly goose, you talk plural is silly gooses.
But still, wow.
You are
out of order.
You're fucking
You are
stupid.
out of your element.
Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.